Hey, this is a video and you're watching it. The end. What if that was how I actually ended the intro? That was it, dude. Could you imagine? Could you believe for a second that with that pause, that perhaps Gragas wasn't going to get absolutely destroyed by 3 tentacles all at the same time? Simultaneously, if you're trying to really maximize the length of words and minimize the amount of words, you know? You could say at the same time, sure, but really you're going to throw 4 words at a topic that can be explained in a simple singular word simultaneously? Oh gosh. If you get ganked by a Nidalee and a Lee Sin counter ganks at the same time, could you just sum up that whole situation as getting ganked simultaneously? Right? Nidalee and Lee Sin. Nidalee Sin. Nidalee Sin. Nidalee Sin. Nidalee Sin. Nidalee Sin. Here at the Dakota Meatballs YouTube channel Experience Extraordinaire, we like to come up with cute little wordplay things like that. You know, events in the history of humanity that will really just go down in the record books as being momentous in a variety of ways. Whatever these ways are, I do not know. It is impossible to predict the future in this way. And it is in this way that the future cannot be predicted of quite accurately enough. And that's fine, you know? Listen, predicting the future, it's a difficult thing, alright? It's a task best left for the oracles of the world. You know what I'm talking about here? Like the oracle, he's really got to come in, he's doing the dirty, he's doing whatever he thinks is the dirty, or whatever she thinks is the dirty, or whatever he or she thinks may or may not be the dirty at the time that the dirty may or may not be the thing that happens, the event that transpires. It's completely up in the air, except to the oracle. It's completely down on the ground to the oracle. Here we got a dive going in against an Alistar, a very curious decision, but I respect it. I respect the aptitude and I respect the altitude. I respect the longitude. I respect the attitude. I respect the rude dude with the rude tude. And that's the blitz hook. And that's the Illaoi missing her E on a stationary target. Yeah, okay. I missed my E on a stationary target, dude. People make mistakes. It's part of being human. Which is why I do not make mistakes. For I am a robot. There is no mistake that I can make that will convince you that I am human. Which is why it is part of my motherboard programming to make sure that I make mistakes. For this reason, you will not be able to. Please wait. Hello, I am just your ordinary average human being. Do not worry, do not fear. Like all humans, my operational system simply had to be reset at the end of the day, right? For 8 hours, you know, sleeping. My point is here that am I some sort of, you know, general intelligence? Or am I perhaps a person? It is impossible to tell. Actually, it's probably pretty easy to tell, you know, based on how things are going here, how I'm talking. It'd be pretty impressive, you know, how far would technology have to come for a robot to be able to talk like I'm talking right now? And how about this? 100101101101010. Huh? Robot can't say that. No way, robot. You kidding me? There's no way. It ain't happening. Long story short, here we are, laning against a Riven. She has a Jax as a jungler helping her out. But I have a Vessel Jax helping me out, which is nice. You know how things go. Sometimes you just get a Vessel. It's part of life on Illaoi. Unfortunately, here I get blasted from the past just as Riven is coming up, so I ult to make sure that my escape is safe. And that's nice. I'm able to get the Vessel here, which is also nice, because the healing is just a little bit nutty, like a bag of mixed nuts. That's right, friends, get your walnuts, get your toasted almonds, and get your roasted peanuts out for a good old family-friendly fun time. The amount of times that I miss my vessel collection chamber, also known as E, it's called vessel collection chamber, right? Anyway, the amount of times that I miss it is really not becoming of me, you know? If I didn't miss it as much as I do, I would probably die less. Hey, that's right. Wow, imagine that. You're really becoming a logical fiend in the field of logical fiendishness. Great job, team. Great job. You're really making it happen, Captain. Got a vessel here. You know how it is. Well, chase down like I've been seeing, like I've been doing. Going after the Nautilus. He ain't got no mana. Kazakh's coming in from the flank. You know I'm going to be picking up all the kill right here like we're doing. And that's cool with that. But they ain't be done, because I Riven got her ultimate back, and that's cool. You know, she didn't got to use it to bear fight nothing, because it wasn't even bear fight. They just took before we could even get there, and that's fine. Long story short, we're picking up kills. It is what it is. I got 3 kill participation at 23 minutes, right? Life of a top laner. You know how it is. They've been saying top lane's an island for like 1 billion years. Do not worry. Do not fear. I can assure you it still is. Just hold it to yourself, and I'm fine with that. I'm a big supporter. Then again, maybe the meta's sort of changing, where perhaps it should not be treated like an island. You know, maybe I'm supposed to be roaming around the map better. It's a title of an upcoming Dakota Meatballs YouTube channel experience extraordinaire album classic called Roaming Around the Map. And really, it just, artistically speaking, it just breaks all the avenues, whatever that means. Honestly, the avenues are just broken all over the place. And is that good? I don't know. I mean, it could be good. I mean, it could be bad too. There's no way to tell, man. Okay, there is a way to tell, man. Do not worry. Do not fear. There is the impossibility within the mind of this Nautilus thinking that he is able to take on the 3 of us at the same time. Simply put, it is never going to happen. However, the dress who hits on enemy AD carry. However, I miss my vesselage on her. Unfortunate for this, it allows her to escape for the time being, which is not good because it means that we cannot dive onto them. And that is a problematic situation. But, however, listen, they're arguing in chat. They're teammates. They are teammates, and they're arguing in chat. Let me give you a philosophy that maybe you should start living by in League of Legends, right? If you're on a team, one of your goals should be to make your teammates look good, right? At least that's what I'm thinking here. If you sort of try to live by that, at least in some portion, then guess what? You might just be a better teammate. Here we learn the glory of a Illaoi who can farm, right? 300 CS at 32 minutes. Ain't nothing but a thing. I just walk in to all 5 of them, cast my ult, very simply put, whole enemy team destroyed. Yada yada, bing bang bop, the howdy. Yada yada, bing bang bop, the howdy. Here on the Dakota Meatballs YouTube channel Experience Extraordinaire, we like to come up with new phrases every now and occasional. And every now and occasional is one of them. Bing bang bop, the howdy is another one. You gotta say it like that though. If you just go, bing bang bop, that is how it is, then I'm gonna look at you like, what are you even talking about, good old friend of mine? But if you really put your heart and soul into it, and you go, bing, bang, bah, daddy, yeah, then I'm going to think, you know, hey, this guy knows what he's talking about. This guy's an educated member of society, and I could really respect that in a multitude of different ways, you know, specifically in one way, which isn't a multitude, I guess, unless a multitude means a multiple of one. Yes, indeed. I'm learning very quickly, actually very slowly, but I'll say that I'm learning it quickly, because in the lifespan of League of Legends, like, is 100 games quick? I don't know. I've talked to a lot of people who've played thousands. Maybe not 100 games is quick then, maybe 50 games is quick. Either way, I'm learning slowly about how to watch the mini-map, right? In a lot of these clips and a lot of these videos, as I'm editing them, I see that I'm getting ganked, but in post, right, during the edit, I see the jungler appear on a ward that I've placed, you know, and it would give me 5 more seconds to react, and that's a huge amount of time when you're getting ganked. You know what I'm talking about? So, it would appear that my warding is fine. It just would appear that my, you know, me watching those wards is not fine. And is that fine? Certainly, said the scientist bear.
It is certainly a fine thing. Yes, indeed. And if you do not think it is fine, then perhaps you should think again.
And if you do think it is fine, then perhaps you should still think again, right? Don't have your opinion set 100% in stone, man. Like, what if some scientific revolution comes along and it really changes the basis of the foundation of the reality in which we live? Are you really going to cling on to the stuff that we now know in this fictional world is incorrect? I don't know. But if that is how you choose to live, then that is perhaps good, perhaps bad. It is impossible to tell. For example, I've chosen to live in a world where I'm on Illaoi and sometimes I miss my ult and then get destroyed by a misfortune. And is that a good world? Is it a bad world? I do not know. What I did learn here, though, was that I flashed onto really just accomplish nothing. You know, just no, get no accomplishment from that flash. And is that fine? Sure. I missed my vesselage on 4 enemies who were all clumped together right at the entrance of the Baron pit. Yay.
Great job, me. You've really done it this time. We've really stopped the Baron this time. I've missed my cue on 3 enemies and 1 teleporting in. How could this happen?
I think what happens there is I'm trying to get the most out of the queue, so I try to hit all of them, and in the end it means I hit none of them. When realistically I could try to hit 2 of them, and I would. But did I do that? Nay. But will I start to do that? Nay.
Misfortune, you dare think you can 1 versus 1 in Illaoi. You have made a grave mistake.
And for that reason you have perished on the field of justice. And you will no longer be protected by your team, for you are stuck in a respawn screen. And this is the death of you.
Much like the death of our Caitlyn, who somehow found herself being chased by 3 enemies. Not good for her. I did achieve an ultimate ability here, and I was able to grasp 2 tentacles off of it. But now we are fighting away from my tentacles, and this is unfortunate for me because my tentacles are really strong. And I, without my tentacles, am not really strong. Indeed. All I'm doing is baiting team. Don't even worry about me. Listen, I don't even gotta know that they're coming. I just know how strong I am at this moment in time. Doesn't matter. They could send 4. If they send 5, I think I'd be in a predicament. Or if they approached it better, like maybe they approach it slower, or they ward the brush, or maybe they start with Annie so she gets the stun off, or maybe they don't send everybody into the brush at the same time. I don't know. That's the thing about these Silver 1 games, you know? Is that you can never tell if you've done it right or if the enemy has simply done it wrong. It's very hard to make that make the choice of which way it happened in your mind, especially as it's happening. You know, I get the advantage of being able to see the plays a second time and post during the edit, as they say. You know what I'm talking about? They have like a place and a people and a thing and an idea, right? Nouns. 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 Here in a team fight, I'm flashing on the enemy AD carry. Oh boy, everybody, I've really got to get her on this one, because if I don't, we might actually lose the match. I end up getting her with a post-mortem tentacule, because I'm actually not dead. Indeed, enemy team, I've secretly lived through the use of my guardian angel. Indeed, friends. Luckily, Nami and J4 do not have the damage to be able to do anything to me. Unfortunately, Gangplank is showing up now, but luckily for him, he's at 2 low health, and I actually land the tentacle. Now we are talking. I'm pretty sure I should have died there, long story short. And long story long, there was once a man named Dakota Meatballs. He played a game on Illaoi. It was about 40 minutes into the match, 43 to be exact. He found himself in a team fight in the top lane where he had just teleported in. It appeared that his team fight was winning it. They exchanged the enemy AD carry for the ally support. It also looked like he was about to chase down the enemy Gangplank, but indeed in due time he escaped. But no! Caitlyn was there to make sure he met his eventual demise. And in the end, They found themselves destroying the enemy's Nexus towers, one at a time. Two down to go to the depths. And now it is up to Dakota on his Illaoi, indeed, to keep the enemy within the confines of that fountain as his team takes the Nexus. GG Illaoi carry. You saw that in the chat. Hey, rewind the video just a couple minutes. You know what I'm talking? Or a couple seconds. It was there, dude. They thought that I carried, which is absolutely beautiful. Because when I carry, the team carries.